Damn, my forehead is
All
so
right.
big.
We live? Are we live?
Yeah, I just hit it. What up?
On
What up?
both?
What up? What
All
up?
right, what up, everybody? We live. Episode
We
12. We
live.
back. It's been a while. Shout out to everybody. Sorry that we had like a little technical difficulties earlier, as usual. So everyone that it was able to hit that new link, thank you. First of all, though, we have a very special guest today, back with us again for the second time. We got Killer K in the house.
Okay, in the building.
Hey,
She gonna talk with us. Yeah, we're gonna talk to her for a little bit. She gonna join us. And we're also gonna talk to her about her new single, her live show she did recently. We're gonna talk about everything she got going on. So all right, yo, let's shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. Let's get this going. So first thing, obviously we got a lot going on in the media and all that to discuss, but I'm gonna, we're gonna slowly get into that. Let's first talk about this, the iPhones. I want to talk about the new iPhone that's coming out. So what y'all think about this? I mean, I know this is like what the iPhone 16 that's about to drop. Honestly, I don't remember the last time there was an iPhone that I like remember there being a significant difference or something new. So what y'all think? Do y'all think like the iPhone wave and all of that is kind of over and it's getting kind of tired, or do you think that that this is just like just that cycle coming back again where we get hype about it and then we kind of just like don't care?
I honestly think the iPhone wave is kind of like dying down. You know what I'm saying? Like before, around this time, everybody was so hyped for the new iPhone and the new technology that it's supposed to be bringing. Right now, it's kind of like they're not getting as innovative as you would think they would get. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen them do something. They said they were hyping up a camera button. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Yeah, there's like a new camera button on it.
Yeah. New
like,
camera to active, a new button to activate a camera. And I'm like, oh, whoop de woo. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were excited about that dang camera button. So it's like they're not getting as innovative, which I understand because how far we are in technology. You know what I mean?
Right. Like you feel like there's really nothing else they can do, right?
I would say it's peak capitalism. The fact that Apple's really been able to drag this out for 16 models now. It's good for them. Good for them. But because sometimes I'll watch like the product review videos that'll explain like the differences, and they're saying it's really between the fit, because I upgraded to the 15, but like I would say it's not necessary to make a big jump or leap unless you have an older model that's like 3 years or so, 4 years older. Other than like you're not really gonna notice much differences and changes, and just between the 15 and the 16, because I have the 15, but there's really not that much just besides the camera, unless like you really want to get that much more into photography with your 16. Like other than that, like I don't think it's worth it. But plus, when it comes to the new models, they always have problems too. Like you gotta wait until Apple figure it out first, figure out the software, like get their bugs right. I never get my phone early.
Yeah, me neither. Do you feel every year that there's like pressure? Because before I think it was like every couple years that they would make a new model, if I'm not mistaken. But now it's literally every September, like the 3rd or 4th week of September, there's like a new one. Because I think this new one comes out.
I feel like they have been releasing every year, no?
Oh, it's always been a year. It's always been a year. I thought it was like.
I feel like they always come out with a new.
I think so, because I think. Yeah, last year was the 15. Then
I know for the past like 6 years, it's definitely been a year. But I thought before that, I thought it was like like when they used to do like the iPhone 4, the iPhone 5. I feel like those weren't like a year apart, were they?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, like the 6 or 7. But
they would do like more like they would have like the 4C, the 5S.
Oh yeah, like all those in betweens. Yeah, they don't do that no more. Right, true.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
You either get a small phone or you get a bigger phone. That's all they do.
Right. And my thing is like
the Pro version or whatever,
Yeah, and even this year, I think the only difference between the Pro and the regular of the Max is like the size. I think that's literally the only difference.
And the memory, like the storage between them, I think. But like
which
that's
is crazy.
and like that's what I'm saying. You can always upgrade your storage and put more storage on your phone. So that's the only
Right.
difference. Like, you feel me? Plus, oh my god, I think it's the funniest thing. I think that Google has like the best commercials for their phones. Like they always just make it a point
Right.
to like just shit on Apple in every way in the commercials.
Right. But would you would you ever, and that's what the next thing I was gonna say too, is like I feel like regardless of whether Apple's putting out, you know, new products that are actually different or that have any kind of real upgrade, we're still all gonna use Apple products. Like at the end of the day, everybody automatically just like it's just this is attracted to Apple.
Yeah,
And
that's
you know,
really the only thing that keeps them in business. Like it's just like consumer and like brand loyalty and the way they
right,
make it. So essentially, like if you have one Apple product, you're probably gonna get more because
right.
it makes it easy of use to like transfer all your stuff. Like me, I'm not gonna lie, I am an Apple consumer. I got my iPad, I got my MacBook Pro, I got my iPhone, I got 2 iPhones. So like I'm definitely a victim of Apple, but they set it up.
Yeah,
They set it up for that. They set it up for that exact
Yeah,
reason. So, and my Apple
they
Watch too.
monopolized the game.
You
yeah,
feel
they
me?
did.
Yeah, they
I got
monopolized the game.
Do y'all feel some type of way when someone has an Android? Like if you got to text somebody and you see that green bubble, do you feel like damn, like or you don't
I
care?
don't feel,
Grow up.
yeah. I don't feel like that, but it's just different when like it catches you by surprise. Like when
Yeah, you're
somebody
like, damn,
texts
I
you
wasn't expecting that.
and you got a green bubble. It's like damn, I really wasn't expecting that, but it ain't really nothing. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? It's
no,
just I'm so used to texting everybody with iPhone.
though, when I see green, I'm like, damn, they service off or
Oh no,
I'm
like they
thinking
disconnected right
they
now.
don't got Wi-Fi or
Damn,
Then you get
something.
that text back, you're like, oh,
damn.
you an Android, okay. But no, they got
Yeah.
some straight phones. Like I ain't gonna lie, like even the new
They
Motorola's that
do.
kind of like flip open and out. I've
Bro,
been interested in that,
like
but
literally
you
like
know,
Yeah.
every feature that is on an iPhone, Android has been
yeah,
doing for the past
yeah,
like 12, 15 years. It's just that nobody wants to buy their
yeah,
phones. Like that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know how Apple got us in this chokehold, and like we can't. I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
it's never gonna break because they're on the 16, and we've been buying the same phone for the past 4 or 5 years that really has no real upgrade or change. Like I think that's crazy, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? The new phone I think comes out this weekend or next weekend. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
due
not
for an
upgrading.
upgrade.
I'm
I'm due.
not
You got the 15. If I had the
Yes,
15, I
but I
definitely would have.
upgraded from like an 11 to my
Oh yeah,
15.
see, exactly. I think
So
I got the 11 now.
that
Yeah.
was a big difference for
Oh, you
me.
got the
Yeah,
11 now?
exactly. So it's worth it. Yeah, I got like the 11. I think it's the 11. Yeah, now. So
That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna notice a big ass
yeah,
change.
big. Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you have the 14, like no, like just keep your phone for a little bit, like or the 15. That's what I'm saying. I have the 15 now. Like you're not gonna see me with a new phone for like
At all.
another 2 years. 2 years.
Exactly.
So
Like Leger said, how much more can they improve these iPhones? Feels like such minimal changes between designs. New drop every year is crazy. Yeah, for sure. I think a new drop every year is insane. It's insane.
And what is it? How much is it? Like 1,600 for the 16?
I think the new one is like 11. Like if you want the pro joint, I think it's like 11 or 1,200. You know
Exactly,
what I mean? Obviously,
like rent or a
rent or
camera
my iPhone.
button.
Yeah, new camera button.
A new camera button. Yeah, I
can't
don't think I'm
lie.
gonna upgrade until for a little minute. But I know I seen they're making those flip phones that come out like
I was looking at those actually.
Like iPad.
I
was eyeing them bad boys. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, iPhone really got is really like enslaving us right now. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
And I think Android has probably tried to with Apple tried to work on creating some sort of some program or some sort of integrated system where you can work because it's a friggin' color essentially, right? Is that Android is green, with iPhone you see blue, and that obviously with iMessage you can see when someone's typing. That's literally the only difference. And then their emojis, I guess, are a little weird looking.
Yeah, but other than that, like
they have
Google Hangouts or whatever. You could FaceTime.
Exactly.
They already had the USB chargers. They actually do have very nice camera quality. The back camera, it's just the front camera on some models is just not in depth like pixels or whatever as it is on the iPhone. But other than that, like the back camera be like crystal clear quality on most Android phones.
Yeah,
And
especially Samsung.
okay, especially Samsung, like Google phones, like everything Siri, all these no, they're getting and that's the only thing, they're getting more involved with AI with the new phones,
That's true.
like having an assistant and stuff. But
Yeah.
Google been doing that, Samsung been doing that, so it's just like I don't know.
Shakira said, "Y'all have the forbidden fruit phone. It's always causing problems. All these upgrades, lol." Yeah, honestly, my iPhone doesn't ever start causing problems until when there's a new upgrade or a new phone, and then all of a sudden my iPhone runs into all these technical difficulties. I don't understand it, but other than that, I don't think I would say it. But it's like the interface of iPhone and Apple at this point too is so like simple. It's like we just, as long as it's doing what we want it to do, I don't think we even really care, because it really is nothing special. It's not, you just go to whatever app you're going to, it opens up. At this point, as long as my iPhone does what I want it to do, I guess that's why I don't even mind having an 11. It's like I just need you to do what I need to do.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a time where I feel
haven't
like
really seen too much change.
Too much change in. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I haven't really seen too much change since like the 11, 12ish.
Oh yeah,
because my 11, the only reason I upgraded to my 14 is because I cracked my 11. Like it was 11 Pro Max. I love that phone, bro. It was the one with 256 gigabits.
Right.
And no, it had 512. That's why I liked it, because of the storage.
Damn,
at 512 gigabits.
That's storage, bro.
Yeah. That shit cracked, bro. And I'm at I got 128 gigabit iPhone 14 Pro, and it's like the other phone was straight. My 11 Pro Max was straight. Like I didn't see much difference.
Yeah, and I was gonna say there's a point in time where I feel like even in public, you'd be able to look and kind of see who had the new iPhone, I don't even know no more. Like I see one, I don't even know what number it is. I don't even know if it's the newest one, the oldest one. Like unless you're literally using an obviously older model.
It really just be storage though too. And at this point, I'm about to just get an external hard drive for my phone. Like I'm about to just get one for my phone.
Yeah, they got those too. Yeah,
load all my pictures on there.
Storage does become a
problem. Because I already paid like $10 a month to Apple for additional storage, iCloud memory and stuff.
That should be getting full too.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I swear they be charging me 6 times a month just cause.
Yes.
So,
Apple charges you whenever they
feel
like.
Google Photos cost less, $2.99 for Google Photos.
Google I have storage. Google Photos too. Yeah, it's crazy. I maxed out one email, so I had to start using my other email.
That's crazy.
I got too many pictures. I got way too many pictures, but
yeah. All right, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen with Apple. We'll talk about when the new phone comes out, see what goes on with it, and see what the reviews are saying. I think there's some out, but let's move on. So let's talk about real quick the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl. I didn't even put up no pictures, but I'll get on that. So let's talk about the Super Bowl, man. We know the Super Bowl performance is coming up. It was announced that Kendrick Lamar will be doing it, and of course, the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans in February of 2025. So a lot of people, including Lil Wayne, seem to be not too pleased with this. A lot of people feel Lil Wayne should have been the obvious pick. Obviously, we know that the Super Bowl halftime performance is solely up to Jay-Z at the moment. I don't know how long that contract or whatever is for, but some people have even gone to say that it's a conspiracy, that Jay-Z obviously has some sort of ill will against Lil Wayne and doesn't want to see him perform, that he did it intentionally. I think Kendrick just had a really good past couple months. Obviously had a really good summer, a really good before the summer, what is it, fall, what, spring? He had a really good spring and a good summer, so I think that was why. And I also don't believe that necessarily just because the Super Bowl is in your hometown, you should be the person to perform there just because, you're from there.
Yeah.
But all right, so starting with Kay, let me hear what you think about this whole Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl extravaganza.
Well, first off, I just want to say congratulations to our Black brother Kendrick Lamar, okay? Because everyone just seems to be skipping saying just congrats the fact that he even got nominated, and I just think that's so crazy. That's like you know, the public goes with whoever's the hottest at the time to headline that Super Bowl. Lil Wayne has done stuff this year, but not on the level
Yeah,
that
not on that
Kendrick
level.
did this year. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And everyone, or Nicki went on her whole tangent, saying, that this is all planned and da 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 da. I mean, I just think Kendrick had an amazing year, and people are gonna downplay, oh, he's not a legend, da da da. Like, why are we not acting like Kendrick has not been around and has solidified his name in the game,
Right.
enough to headline a Super Bowl performance? The man has like freaking 16 Grammys, like, and on top of the fact of everything that he did this year, yes, it was due to like some high profile beef going on, but even still, even if it wasn't, like, the man still produces hit songs and has been able to do that without any beef or without anything. So like that's why I said I'm just happy Kendrick, is getting his chance.
Yeah,
and who said he's not bringing Lil Wayne out? I'm sure,
I think now
Lil
that might
Wayne's
not. I think
still gonna be able to come out.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion. Like, who said that he can't bring nobody out? But I feel like everyone's just going about this the entire wrong way and are just like, no one's just like saying, their congrats first.
To Kendrick,
So.
right? Don, what you think?
Yeah, pretty much everything Kay said for sure. First of all, yeah, like she said, like nobody really saying congrats to him, which Kendrick the type I feel like he don't even care. He's on a run and he's probably just focused on right now, probably just preparing for the Super Bowl performance. But yeah, I don't think Wayne was robbed, man. Like the Super Bowl's been in New Orleans. People said that before. It's been there before.
Right.
If he was such, the king of New Orleans, they would have picked him then. You know what I mean? When it comes to picking Kendrick, like Kay said, Kendrick was hot this year, bro. Like he was hot. It would have been if they had the choice, which this probably was it, between Kendrick and Lil Wayne, and they chose Lil Wayne, that would kind of be dumb for the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it'll be a dumb business decision, marketing decision. Who's nobody would be talking about the Super Bowl performance right now or the Super Bowl halftime show if they chose Lil Wayne.
Right.
They wouldn't matter.
And another thing too, like he literally like song that's a nomination for Song of the Year. They not like us or whatever.
Right.
And I feel like that's a great Super Bowl song. Who doesn't want to hear that on Super Bowl? Like whoever team wins, they not like us. Like
that'll be hard. That'll be hard for sure.
So I feel like I guess I feel the same way. Like I said, like y'all, like I think the only reason why people are even considering or even throwing Lil Wayne's name into this hat is because of the whole New Orleans thing, because I don't remember recently any Super Bowls anyone really saying, oh, we want to see Lil Wayne. So I feel like, and if that's the whole reason, then that's not a good reason. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if Lil Wayne had even, let's say he had even dropped the album this year that did even semi well, I could understand, but that was not the case.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne hasn't been on like a real heavy run since maybe 2010, maybe even.
Yeah. I remember after he came out of prison. After he came out of prison, it kind of declined since then.
Yeah, slowly it's been kind of going down. So, and at the end of the day, like I always say, that doesn't detract from what he's done. At the end of the day, he's still Lil Wayne. He still made all the mixtapes. He still made No Ceilings in the Drought and all that. He's still a legend. But it's like I don't like when people think with there's a lot of rappers. There's a lot of going on every year. It's kind of like a race for rappers to see who's gonna like run that year, who's gonna have the year. And like Kay was saying, kind of Kendrick had it this year, whether that be because of the beef or not, whatever reason you want to say, he had it. So I hate when people try to like throw in other people just because they're older or just because they have some sort of like iconic, you know what I'm saying? Like, and also I think it should be about performance. Lil Wayne, I've never seen him live. I've heard people say he's great live, but Lil Wayne ain't gonna give that kind of performance like Rihanna or like Usher or like anybody that we've seen recently at the Super Bowl. So it's like,
and Kendrick is known for his performances too. That man puts on a brilliant production anywhere he goes. tour, award show, it don't matter. Like, he does an amazing performance. That's what I'm saying. I think he will do an amazing Super Bowl. I think it was a great, pick for the Super Bowl. I don't disagree with the pick at
Yeah,
all.
it was a great pick. It was good. I mean, I also think that it's interesting that like not since Jay-Z is in
Not really
control of
got-
this. Every year it has been obviously rap music or R&B music related. I would love to see what the Super Bowl fans who aren't exactly into that kind of music, what they've been thinking about these selections that we've been getting. I mean, it's great for people like us, you know what I'm saying? Because this is our culture, our music, we love it. But I just always think this would be like if some country dude took over the NBA like halftime show and every like every All-Star game was a country performance. Like it'd be kind of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's the Super Bowl halftime show has been like before Jay-Z took over, it was just kind of mid. I ain't gonna lie to you. Most of the Super Bowl halftime shows
were Janet Jackson had that one
Jay-Z
year.
took over.
You know what I'm saying? And then, they're pretty not memorable. Yeah, you're right. They weren't really memorable.
You talking about the titty pop year?
Yeah, when we was kids, like, yeah.
that was after that. It was downhill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After that titty, you know what I'm saying? Everything went downhill. But
yeah. They wasn't like no hip hop R&B.
It took a while to
popish type music. So after that, everything was mid. Once Jay-Z took over, you know what I'm saying?
A little better, right?
Let's
see what they said.
Rachel said about the Diddler and Jay-Z.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z doesn't care much, honestly, because he's probably more concerned about getting outed by Diddy. But hopefully, Kendrick brings out Lil Wayne now. All right, but okay, so obviously we're going to talk about the Diddy issues later and about how Jay-Z and other people might be incorporated into that. But as far as like Kay had mentioned as well, it's possible that Kendrick might bring out Lil Wayne. Honestly, in my opinion, I think now that is way less of a possibility. I feel like because I mean, maybe they do it as a surprise thing. It would be like a cool surprise, because
I feel like it'll be still up to grabs. Like,
right.
I feel like Kendrick the type. I don't know how cool Kendrick and Wayne are, but I feel like he'd be like, all right,
Kendrick,
you know what I'm saying? It's still up there. It's still up there.
Like
seems like an upstanding guy.
But then there's the whole Drake thing. There's the whole Drake thing. How would that look? How would it look to y'all after the whole everything that went down? If Lil Wayne was to hit that stage with Drake, how would that? I mean, sorry, if Lil Wayne was to hit that stage with Kendrick Lamar, like how would that look?
Drake would probably get on Instagram Live and post a sassy DM or like a picture like.
But Wayne would have to tell him first. He would have to tell Drake like, "Yo, I'm probably going."
I don't think he'd tell him.
Drake has a Finsta. He gonna get on his Finsta and be like, "I cannot believe what she did to me." Like,
that's another reason why. That's the main reason I think it wouldn't happen. Just because I feel like it would be like the last final blow if to Drake. If
good. Put the nail in the coffin.
That would be the ill nail in the coffin, dude. Like
that would be the nail in the coffin. I could see him bring it up, but I don't think Lil Wayne would consult with Drake. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think he would tell him first?
Nah, bro. We talk about did Drake mess with Lil Wayne's baby mama while he was
but obviously
like,
they got over that.
I don't think they have like as much of a
real close
camaraderie, as people think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think he was just part of the label. He pushed them, just like a normal person. They cool, but like close knit. I don't think so. So I don't think he would be like,
man,
he wouldn't care.
Drake grew up biting on him.
I feel like he would have to.
Lil Wayne,
I feel like if he didn't, Drake would be offended. Like Drake would probably be upset if
we're talking about Drake
did not. Yeah, like if he didn't say anything to him and just did it.
He's gonna get offended about everything, as we can see. He'll get offended. Like we know that.
And Nicki Minaj seems to still be super ride or die for Drake and for Lil Wayne, which I thought.
He's bored. He's bored. Got none but time.
Nicki Minaj on Crash Album. I don't know what she's going through, bro.
She said she on Crash Album.
Time.
Do y'all think Nicki's?
She every time she just getting on Twitter, just wilding out.
Do y'all think she's done? Y'all think like?
Do y'all think she's done?
Yeah, like y'all think that.
Nah, she can't be. She can't be done. She's Nicki Minaj. Like she ain't going nowhere. She gonna make fire music regardless. She got her cult fan base.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's going nowhere. But
we
see Nicki like Minaj go wild on Twitter every other business day.
But you feel me? like every dog has his day. Is that a saying? I don't know. Everyone has their time where they not queen bee no more, and you know.
So who is Queen Bee?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
at one
Like,
point I thought it was. At one point I thought it was. You know, like it was looking like
I'm not
Cardi
even
B,
gonna
but
give
now Cardi
anyone.
B's
I'm
out.
not even gonna give anyone a new crown. I'm just saying, like, she's just not sitting at the top. I don't know. I don't really.
oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for
Like,
sure.
she's not carrying herself like a queen.
Who? Nikki? Are you talking about Nikki?
Yeah, I'm talking about Nikki.
Nicki Minaj.
Nikki's not exuding queen energy right now. She's like giving desperate. I don't know.
Auntie on 6th Street.
Yeah.
Giving auntie need to chill out. It's giving auntie need to chill out and like let the kids be kids. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, facts. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. But she, like y'all said, she the queen. But
I think the one running it, I think the one running the female like rap game right now is probably like the only one I think of is like Lotto, to be honest.
Lotto?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
feel like even her is kind of like it's not given no more. Like she's not, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
What is she what has she done recently? Like what's her new thing?
She makes a lot of songs that go viral like that.
She just dropped that new album. I personally didn't listen to the new album.
No.
I don't know. I haven't been wowed by Lotto in a while either. So
interesting.
I just see she goes viral a lot. That's the only thing I could think of. Like her songs, like I guess she's good at, you know, making songs that go viral. I haven't listened to her album yet neither. People have said it's pretty decent, but I ain't listening yet.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess people said it was good, but I didn't know. I wouldn't know. I didn't listen to it yet.
But I'm sure if people are gonna choose right now, people are gonna choose Lotto or Nicki Minaj. I think they're gonna choose Lotto right now, to be honest. I don't know.
Really.
People like what's fresh. That's what I'm saying, that's the whole argument that goes back to Kendrick too and Lil Wayne. You know, what's fresh, what's new, what is more memorable and sticking in their face right now. You know.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. So I think people just kind of got tired of Drake, like the whole repetitiveness of everything that he was doing. I think that kind of just got kind of like played out. So that was easy. It made it easier for Kendrick to kind of come in and sway public opinion against him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, all right. So let's move on. Then let's talk a little bit before we jump into like I said, we got a big discussion to close out with the whole Diddy thing and everyone's opinion. But let's talk about the politics stuff a little bit. So obviously we in that election time. It's election season. Everyone's gearing up to vote and put in their vote for who they think should be the next president. There was like a debate. I believe there should be another one coming up soon. Sometimes I forget how this whole thing works. But there was one. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it or see any clips from it.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
I did
live.
It was
oh my
definitely
God.
interesting.
I did.
So what do y'all think about well, first off, I'm gonna start with Don. Let me ask you, do you think Kamala held her own? Like, do you think she did a good job in that debate?
No, honestly, I think she did. She did actually very well spoken. You know, like I was kind of surprised by that. I don't know why surprised, but I think she did pretty well. You know what I mean? Like she actually held her own, because Donald Trump is decent, pretty well spoken too. He's a well spoken person. He's very quick with his rebuttals.
Candy.
Yeah, in his own way.
But he is.
But I feel like Kamala, in her way, it's more politically correct. And she's actually really good at it. Yeah. And I feel like she held her own, and I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I like that. So I think, but it was an interesting debate for sure.
Yeah, I think she certainly did better than Biden did, but you know,
that's why when you see like apples to apple, you see Biden go, and then now you see Kamala, it's like okay,
I see that's how it's supposed to go.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to.
I was gonna say though about the debate was like, well, yes, Kamala, she did hold her own and everything. It wasn't really much of a debate. They spent the whole night attacking each other, literally, as every debate that Donald Trump does. He just spends attacking his opponent, and it's just like That's what I'm saying. So what did we actually learn? What are they going to do for us? Like, that's what I'm saying. When it came to actually coming to solutions and what's going to happen for this country, like that was touched on briefly, but it's more so just debating what the other person was saying and, you know, just like just making them deem incredible, but not really. That's what I'm saying. In terms of like that, like there wasn't much actionable like steps to come out of that debate. It was just a back and forth bitter, but like more professional than what Biden and Trump were doing with each other last.
We went up just a step. We went up just a step.
Just
a step. I honestly feel like we're not in the greatest times when it comes to political leaders. Because of how divided the country is when it comes to these political leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I feel like which I don't think is gonna happen, but America somehow needs to like cut that whole Democrat and Republican out and let's find a different way, because it's crazy right now. Like we should not be hearing about 2 assassination attempts on a current candidate for presidency, no matter how crazy like or you believe the man is or how crazy he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is
but let me ask you this.
Well, I'm gonna say this, bro. 2 that just they're playing, bro, because it never took 2, and it never like these people they playing around.
Like you don't believe the assassination attempts? Like you think they're fake?
If people really wanted to do it, they would get it done.
I hear that. But what I could say to that though is that regardless, like whether it is true or not, because you know we ain't never gonna know for real unless somebody breaks it down and whatever.
It helps Trump though. It helps Trump. It boosts his ego. It boosts his loyal fans and their support and like people just rallying behind Trump. You know, I feel like it helps his campaign.
Regardless, that adds on to my point where it's like the political leaders. It's just a like a reality television show. It's a shit show right now. Because we shouldn't have to be dealing with all that. We shouldn't even have to be seeing it when it comes to political leaders. Like, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a movie. It shouldn't be like get down and nitty-gritty and figure out how we're gonna fix the country.
Trump in 4K, literally on a global platform, a national debate, is going to tell the American people that in Springfield, Ohio, the cats and dogs are being eaten alive. Okay, they're being eaten. Like this man in 4K said that.
But like you were kind of saying though, it's like, and like I tell other people all the time, with Trump, it's not even so much just about like the lies he tells or whether he believes it or not. It's the fact he knows his followers will believe it. There's people that will eat it up. So it's like when you have that kind of power where you could kind of say anything, even if there aren't really any factual ways to back it up, and people are gonna be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like crazy. And then, you know, the fact that those are the same people that can go in line with the other people and vote on and get an outcome.
Like when they were asking him about the Capitol and his, you know, responsibilities when it came to like the storming of the Capitol, he's just like, I didn't tell the people to storm the Capitol. I just told them, you know, believe America.
He glossed over that. Yeah, he glossed. I remember that point, and he glossed over it because they were like, do you regret
it? Yes or no?
And he glossed over the whole regret. He was just like, I didn't tell him to do that. He's like, I didn't say none of that. I didn't tell him to do that.
Doubled down.
They didn't say whether he regretted it.
Doubled down.
Yeah, it's crazy because there was a time like I think it's crazy that like especially if you're like a young person, and by young person I mean probably like 18, 19, you're just able to vote. And you're like looking at voting these days compared to like before is so different, because I think there was a time when politics and all of this was way more professional, And now it's kind of
Yeah,
just more like Rachel said, it's kind of like watching Real Housewives. Like you're just watching it for the beef. You're not even really
yeah,
watching it. You can't really, even from a debate these days, you can't
exactly.
even get any real information about who you. There was a time where if you didn't know nothing, you could have knew absolutely nothing about either side, and you
You
watch
would
the
learn
debate and you could be like,
at the
okay, yeah. And
debate.
then, now, no, like all you know is that
I
niggas
shouldn't be.
beefing. That's all
I
you know.
shouldn't be turning on my TV. The first thing I'm thinking is like, damn, I know I'm about to be entertained right now.
Yeah, like I
Like
need
I knew I wasn't gonna learn nothing.
What?
I'm like,
learn
Like,
nothing.
let me get on here real
I
quick.
get
You know what I'm
excited
saying?
for
For some
the
entertainment.
debates
Yeah,
now,
yeah. I shouldn't be
especially
getting
with
excited. I
Trump.
shouldn't be getting excited.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's not right. And it's just like, another thought of mine too is with Trump being a literal like felon, like it's just like if they let him win, okay, y'all have to give felons all their rights back. Like you guys
Yeah,
have to let them vote. Y'all have to let them get jobs, school, housing. I don't care, because if we can have a felon represent at the highest level of the United States, the highest power, that means that felons should have more rights, because
yeah,
this is
That's a good
crazy. This is crazy. I don't know.
yeah. I feel like that's
Like,
that's the thing too. Like obviously with power and stuff like
it's
that,
a
you
new
have
low.
uh,
Why are
yeah.
these not getting
yeah.
it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like honestly, the way things going, I really don't feel too compelled to vote for either person, to be honest,
Mhm.
really. And it's more kind of like, and I don't like when it comes to voting having to choose the lesser of two evils or anything like that. Like I'd rather vote in confidence, knowing that I'm voting for somebody who's actually, representing the things I believe in. And and that's why I kind of wish that anybody but Trump was running against Kamala, because
Literally.
it's like you
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's hard to call it really a fair match in a certain way, because it's like you're voting. And like I said, I think Trump
What?
already had his 4 years. He gave it a shot, whether you want to argue he did well at it or not. He had his 4 years. So just like Biden had his 4 years,
Everyone had their 4 years. That's what I'm
give it
saying.
to
Give her
somebody
her
else.
four
Yeah.
years,
Yeah,
and we'll
let's see what
see
this girl
what's
gonna do.
we'll
Yeah.
see what's next after that. That's all I can say. Because like, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Do y'all think that at a time like right now, do you think young people vote a lot or care to vote, or do you think it's more of just like a watching it for entertainment, like like
It's
WWE?
yeah, I feel like a lot of people our age are really just watching it for entertainment and getting on, Twitter and talking crazy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like when I watch it, like just like you said, I feel like the both parties, Democrat and Republican, their main goal is to diminish the other party, to defeat
right,
the other party. That's
right,
their main goal. The main goal isn't the country, you know what I'm saying?
right, right,
To better the country, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, and also like the country, as much as people want to say, our country is going down, I don't think it's going down. Like it's still great in America, regardless, right? Obviously, there's some things that can be tweaked and fixed and stuff like that, which they should
yeah,
be working on. But they're focused on diminishing and defeating the other party, both
right.
parties. So Democrats want to defeat the Republicans. Republicans want to defeat the Democrats, and I don't think that's how it should go. That doesn't make any sense for a. I made a joke, or not a joke. It's actually a statement that China and Russia are probably like watching right now and laughing and like, yo, they can attack us at any moment if they wanted to, because we're so divided.
As a country,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, yeah, this would be their perfect time. Like, oh, they're divided. Like, they're not gonna know which side to choose. This is the
yeah,
perfect time to attack. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, absolutely, yeah. It's definitely a weird time, man. Definitely a weird time for politics and for basically the country in general. But all right, we can talk about that for hours. So let's move on, because we have
Yeah.
30 minutes or so, and I want to get into the grand finale of this. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about Diddy. What's going on with Diddy, man? So,
Diddler.
Dun dun dun.
man, there's a lot of updates on this. So I think the last time when Don and I spoke about this,
Oh, we
what was the
gotta
latest
go
update?
back. We gotta go back before that because I wish could get Rachel up on here because she
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
Low key, Rachel
Rachel
predicted
is,
all of this. Rachel knew what was up from off rip because when we were
yeah,
talking about this months ago, that might have even been close to a year ago at this point.
yeah, almost a year.
Yeah, and I remember we had check on and we was talking and Rachel kind of mentioned like, yeah, you know, Diddy, I don't know, I don't trust him, and we kind of took it for a joke, but that shit didn't turn out to be no joke. That shit turned out to be for real because last time we spoke about it on the channel, I think what was the latest update? Just that they had like kind of breached his house or whatever, that they had kind of like raided his house.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that was back in like
I think the last time we spoke was the Cassidy thing.
May.
Yeah.
And then obviously he got
Cassidy thing.
Yeah, the whole Cassidy thing happened where he was on video. Then he did the apology. Yeah, so it's been he's incarcerated. Diddy got locked up. He's been officially locked up in New York City. I think he's been going to court in Brooklyn for the past week. Wow. So as this thing kind of progresses, I've been seeing more and more kind of mixed opinions and mixed feelings on it, even from the Black community. Some people are feeling that the more this goes on and the more serious it gets, we shouldn't be taking it as a joke. You know what I'm saying? That we should, I guess, maybe, you know, be taking it more seriously or feel some sort of empathy for Diddy. I gotta tell you,
Diddy.
I don't really give a shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'd be surprised.
How could you take freak off seriously? Like, how could you hear the word freak off?
But let me before, all right, but let me say this though. Let me say this though. Let me say this though. Before, like we've said it before when we talked about this. I guess the charges are human trafficking, right? Which that is a whole thing to itself. That's obviously that needs to be buried under the jail if that's what's going on, right? Now, if we just talking about some freak offs or being a freak, technically that is not illegal to just to be having freak offs with consenting adults in your house or having 1 million bottles of baby oil or whatever they found. Technically, that's not illegal. So if all the feds have on this man is that he's got that he's freaky,
did you not hear?
But yeah, like, I understood there are some human trafficking charges, I think, in there somewhere like that. But the crazy thing is, people aren't, and that's why I brought this up. It doesn't seem like people are talking or caring about that. People are more talking about freak off and the bottles of oil. That's not a concern to me.
Of course. That's going to be overshadowed because it's funny.
That's crazy.
People don't take things seriously. So yes, everyone is all like, "Oh my God, that man's freaky. He had 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Oh my God, hee hee ha ha." And they're skipping over the fact that this man had literal sex slaves that are coming out and speaking about the treatment that they received at his freak offs. Like, this man has multiple people coming out, and yes, allegations, but some of these people have, you know, dates, times, you know, they coming out with lots of evidence. All this stuff was recorded.
I'm glad you brought that up because let's talk about that. When you guys' opinion, because like Kay just said, a lot of people right now, I've even seen they're even interviewing people from like his shows, like Making the Band, like Danny D. Kane and the band and all of them, and everybody's coming out with their little stories. Do you think these people aren't like to me, you're just guilty as association. If you're choosing now to go on cameras and say, "Oh, I saw this," do you really truly feel sorry for the victims? Do you really truly feel sorry or feel that what this man was doing was wrong? Or because when you saw it, he was still in a position where he was your boss and he had some sort of influence over your life, you kept quiet? I think if that was the case, you're just as, I mean, obviously you didn't do the same things that he did, but you're in the same boat. I don't think you're no better of a person than him because you were willing to, you saw him do these terrible things, but because he was about to put you on MTV, you were like, well, let me.
But I will say, people have been talking about Diddy and trying to expose Diddy since
have
the
they
90s.
really? I've seen jokes. I think I've seen little jokes and people telling little stories. But I think the first person that really was serious trying to tell us was Cassie when she was like, "Yo, this dude is like
No,
For
because
real,
there
for
was
real.
a woman who worked for Diddy, like prior to multiple
Yeah,
artists.
I saw that.
People
Yeah.
people have been coming out and trying to expose Diddy about his power trip treatment and how he be trying to treat people since like forever. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like some people are coming out now that it's easier because he already has this attention on this. Some people might be just trying to cash in on what's
Right.
going on too. I'm not going to say that's not a percentage, but I think some people are just now coming forward or trying to bring their stories back into the limelight only because now they'll finally be in a way listened to, or it'll be at least a bit
Yeah,
more
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
more
There's other people
accepted.
who, yeah, because like you were saying, I think the people who did try to say something in the past, some of them people just didn't even listen to or they didn't believe because Diddy's Diddy.
Diddy.
Yeah, but now that we see some kind of proof, people's ears are a little bit more open. I think that that is obviously a case. But even that speaks to us as a people, as a society. Like, why do we have to literally see a video of him dragging Cassie through a hotel in order to believe a woman when she says that this guy did this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, there was people that was really willing to go to war saying like, oh, Cassie she's just trying to cash in on some money.
Yeah, they bugging.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want anyone to accuse me of stuff like that, but I still don't think you should just put it past anyone just because you saw him on TV dancing while you was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he's Diddy does not mean that he can't be a monster. You know what I'm saying? So
that man had his days coming. Okay. That man knew what he was up to, freak off or not. Okay, that man had no business doing the things he should have been doing.
That he was doing, yeah.
And now, I think a lot of people are coming to the defense of Diddy too because they were attendees. Okay.
Yeah, they're probably there.
All that,
but my nigga, everybody. It seems like everybody's trying. Everybody.
We're like friends or associates or have been documented at these parties too. So,
but most of them are saying, even the ones who, like you said, have been documented, seen them in pictures with Diddy dapping them up, holding at the. Most of them are acting like, oh, I didn't see anything. I didn't see none of that. Marlon Wayans,
lying ass people.
all these people. I'm like, bro, y'all had to have been at these things.
Scrubbed his whole Twitter. Why? What's up with that? Usher scrubbed all of his tweets.
And Usher,
Man's had Twitter for years. Man, do you know how many tweets that you have to go through to scrub your whole Twitter profile? Like, all these people know they're about to get hit with that Rico next. Like,
the Freako.
No one says
that Freako.
I feel like is coming on the industry. Like,
it's the industry thing. I believe it's an industry thing. Like,
all right, so that's another thing. People were saying like, oh, we all mad about Diddy, but there's so much people. There's men in the industry who have been doing worse. But like other people, I was thinking like, okay, but right now is Diddy's time. He's getting caught now, so he should be the focus. Not saying that he's doing it the worst, that other people aren't doing the same thing, but it's
people
like,
did the same thing when R. Kelly was in trouble.
Yeah.
People did the same thing when Bill Cosby was going through it. Black community always want to ride for black people. Okay, this is a time where we need to put people in jail when they deserve to be in jail. Okay. The only thing I will say, which is crazy, which I will have empathy for, is just that as a human, if I was denied on a $50 million bond, I would be losing my mind.
That's what denied him. That's the
judge to turn down a $50 million bond.
No, but I think he's a flight risk. I think he would, if given opportunity,
definite flight risk.
Yeah, he has more than enough money, power, and influence to get the hell out of here and never come back. So I think that's clearly, let's see what Rachel said here. I feel Usher is a victim though, but Jay-Z is next. Don't be surprised if him and Beyonce divorce just to protect assets. All right, so let's talk about that real quick. So that's another thing I saw. Interestingly enough, I saw people come into like the defense of guys like Jay-Z. Like a lot of people were saying like, yo, you see, this is why guys like Jay-Z are never in trouble. They know when to get out the game and to grow up and be mature. And in my head, I'm like, just because Jay-Z ain't get caught don't mean he ain't doing the shit. Are you kidding me? Like, there's some real naive people in this world, bro. Like, you think because 5 years ago, before all this Diddy thing came to a head, people would have told you the same thing. They'd be like, "Oh, Diddy would never do stuff like that. He's New York." You know what I'm saying? Like, and now it's a whole different story. I feel like this. I'm not saying Jay-Z. We don't know, but I feel like this could have just as easily been Jay-Z.
He's about to sing so
yeah, he's about to
bad.
sing.
You think so?
I feel like
he
with
take
people like
everyone down.
He's definitely gonna do that. Yeah, he's definitely gonna do that. But
I'm
thinking people like Jay-Z and other people, even though some may not have been participating in the freak offs, right? Like messing with these people, these women that were human trafficked, or even the men that were human trafficked, right?
Right.
They still knew about it. They knew about it. Like, it's not something that they didn't know.
So what you supposed to do though?
And that's where the issue arises, because you'll be a fool to think Jay-Z didn't know about these freak offs.
But should Jay-Z go do time just because he knew Diddy was doing some freak offs?
If
they got him recorded,
if they got him recorded,
if Jay-Z in any way, and within the past 10, 15 years, told some girls, "Hey, we're gonna pull up to Diddy's house," you know what I'm saying? "Hey, come on through. Or told some dudes, "Hey, come on through the Diddy house," you know what I'm saying? This how, bro, he's going down. That's sex trafficking right there. That's legally sex trafficking.
Right. Everyone is going down, and that's what I'm saying, because that's what they said. They had cameras at all angles everywhere in the house, like in the crib, stuff, all of those tapes, all them parties recorded. And that's what I'm saying. With everything that is at stake for Diddy right now, and with all he knows, and with everyone else who is involved in these activities along with him, his freaky, nasty activities, like, he's definitely taking everyone down.
But you got to think. I was thinking because, like, obviously Diddy's been in the game and been a prominent person in the industry since like the mid 90s. You know what I'm saying? So anyone who was in his orbit or around him, think about how easy it could have been to get, no pun intended, sucked into this situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could have easily been just chilling with Diddy at his house and thinking this is just a Diddy party. And then all of a sudden some young women walk in who you don't know are human trafficked. You don't know that's how they got here.
Now all of a sudden you got 10 lube bottles on.
You got the lube is flying everywhere and no ID is being shown. You know what I'm saying?
People walking around all body oiled up.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. The only way is to get up and leave and exit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't exit a Diddy party.
There's a snippet
he was also
Khloe
supposed to be drugging people too. He was
I didn't know that.
The Bill Cosby treatment. And
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of stuff coming out about these. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just a freaky event, how people are making it seem. And it was people rubbing each other down with oil. Okay, it was a lot more dark. It was a lot more dark.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm not. All I keep hearing about these freak offs. Everybody just keeps saying, "Oh."
I mean, that was the name of it. You go to a freak off, just know you're gonna get some Quaaludes and some baby oil.
Yo, that's wild, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like.
No, and that's what I'm saying. All these rappers are people that are really just coming to the defense. Diddy, bro, I'm hitting you with a side eye because it's like, I know you was at them parties too.
Bro, no. You know who I'm hitting with a side eye, bro? Too. You know who I'm hitting hard with the side eye, bro? Meek Mill, bro.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Oh my.
Listen, bro. There's certain people in the pictures that they took with Diddy. You could tell they was really in them freak offs. Like they was Diddy probably waiting for the invite. Like
in that one clip, he was like, "Yes, daddy, you go, daddy." Like
scraping for that daddy.
No.
Come on, bro.
No.
There's some niggas that you really got to hit with a side eye, like, dog. What you was doing at the freak offs with Diddy, bro?
Boozy getting a major side eye. That man was
there too.
Right. He was there saying, no. He was right.
Like he's defending him.
Like, since when is freaky being a crime? And we all gotta slide girls out. We all gotta slide girls out.
Bro did say.
What he said?
Like, bro did say, if you gotta fly out the pussy to you, we all gotta fly out pussy when we be on the road.
That's not what they're.
Exactly. He's like, beware politicians, everyone who has to fly out pussy. Everyone, y'all next.
But I don't think that's not what the feds have a problem with. You know what I'm saying?
They have a major problem with everything
because
else.
wait, pause. Human trafficking, as the legal definition of it, is basically like pimping, right? Like basically, or okay. Because there's sometimes where I was thinking like for it to be human trafficking, it had to literally been you kidnap someone against their will.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's what you think. That's what you see in movies.
Human trafficking. Look, all that, though.
Just pimping is human trafficking. Okay.
Andrew Tate is going through it for human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? And his is like this is the line, and he's right here when it comes to human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Like they you know what I'm saying? And so Diddy, the way he was human trafficking is you can understand why he got away with it. But when you start seeing all these reports come in, you're like, hold up, he's doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like this, and I don't think his human trafficking he wasn't getting no money for it. It was more just like,
then how? I don't get it. Then how's it illegal?
If he gets a whole bunch of if you get a whole bunch of girls,
people do that without their
forcing them against their will.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess some girls could say
literally saying. Like some of these slaves coming out saying like y'all gotta read or watch.
Wait, hold on. So wait, because I got a question anyway. But before my question, let's go to this latest comment. Let's hold these people accountable and stop making excuses for them. I have 3 girls, and forcing young girls to have sex is not acceptable, which is obviously completely unacceptable. That's wrong. But that leads me to my question. So if is it literally human trafficking when it's saying against their will? Because say for example, I have a friend and I know a girl, right? And I'm like, and I let's say I manipulate, even not literally force, but I manipulate her into having sex with this guy or doing stuff with him. No money involved or nothing. Would that count as human trafficking?
Yes. That's what Andrew Tate is getting in trouble for right now because
coercing her into doing
in a different country. In Romania, it's called the lover boy method. You act like you love these girls and you're like, you know what I'm saying, and then they just start pimping them.
Okay.
So it's like that's human trafficking, that's sex trafficking because you're manipulating these minds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with Diddy, he's probably letting these people, hey, you come to these parties, you turn up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get rolls, this roll, that roll, this music gonna pop.
Right.
They go there, they probably like, all right, fucking, he did it because Diddy got me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, let me do this, let me do that, and then after he starts being a
people
dickhead, why he throws,
get held beyond their will, and like
But has anyone stepped out? There hasn't been an official girl yet that has stepped out and said like, "Oh, Diddy held me against my will" or anything like that. Not yet.
There's been guys.
There's been guys, really.
There's been guys.
Freak, boy.
Yes.
Jeez Louise, man.
A guy
I feel like
came out and said that he got STDs from how much sex that he was having and all the sex
at
that
the freak offs.
Yeah. Cassie too. Cassie was a victim. Like he
forced her to have sex with people.
Yeah. So it's just like this man forced everybody to do some nasty stuff.
Right, yeah. And like Holistic said, obviously forcing anyone to have sex is unacceptable. Can't do that. That's
forcing, manipulating, anything, all of that.
Yeah, all of that is wrong.
It's his time. That's what I'm saying. It's his time now.
He's got it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand that. We as Black people, we don't have a lot of people. I mean, I can't say I ever looked up to P. Diddy because I never had no reason to look up to P. Diddy. But I get that there's not a lot of Black figures. I guess you know what I'm saying, but I don't care who the figure is, bro. Because like Kay said earlier, even when Bill Cosby got into it, we saw the same thing. Like people acting like, "Oh, not Bill Cosby." Like, nigga, I don't care. Like if you did what you did, deal with the consequence.
People still saying free R. Kelly.
Yeah, even that's like, bro. And R. Kelly, like, R. Kelly's a real one. Is like hard. How you can't say free R. Kelly, man? Like, geez, Louise.
Don't be surprised if you know what I'm saying, like P Diddy and R. Kelly has like intertwined with some. Not make a song. Like, that they were.
It.
You know what I'm saying? That when R. Kelly went down, P. Diddy was probably like, "Oh shit,
oh yeah, obviously." and I'm so glad you said that. That's my thing. Why didn't you start cleaning your shit up from then?
They had pictures of
even
Aaliyah
that. He was
and Jennifer Lopez and all them stuff at the parties. So I know R. Kelly was at them parties too. Wait, that's
R. Kelly was probably like when R. Kelly went down, he was probably like, damn, man.
He's like, why me? Why me?
Yeah, why me? Why not Diddy, bro?
Why not Diddy, man? Like, oh, man,
that's what I'm saying. I just know, like, you know, Diddy is facing a lot. He's thinking about his kids. I know he's gonna start singing, and I can't wait. I can't wait till we see who else ends up getting exposed.
And what about the kids? A lot of people have been going on to his kids' his Instagram, especially the sons, his stepson Quincy or whatever his name is, and then and Christian, and you know, and just been going in on the Instagram on the comments. And then you got some people saying like, yeah, you know, it's not the kid's fault. You know, the kids ain't know. Now, I don't think his daughters and no. Here's my thing.
The sons knew, bro.
The sons definitely knew.
Sons might have been part.
I would say they've even. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they was probably even participating. So, but they
that man, he didn't care about his kids. Like I don't think he cared about the sons like that. Like that. Maybe the dog.
No, I mean he loved his. I think he loved his kids, but I feel like particularly with his sons, he was probably trying to raise them like to be like him. You know what I'm saying? To be on that, like, you know what I'm saying?
For
like,
sure. Because I think that there was something that came out about his sons. Their sons may be facing some.
Yeah, I saw something about
being,
that.
Like
one of the girls, I think, said that he would sometimes force her to sleep with Christian, the one that looks like him. I think that's his name, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So
somebody brought up.
Yeah,
you remember Lori Harvey? Wasn't Lori Harvey dating one of the sons or some shit like that?
Yeah, I think so. Or
it was something, and then he ended up dating Diddy too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like,
Yeah.
So
so
all these signs were there. You know what I mean? Like,
And so, what do you think? Do y'all think the appropriate punishment for this would be for him to be locked away for the rest of his life, or do you think
everybody do time? Lock them all up.
He got to do some time. I don't know what he's gonna get, but hey, we've seen this happen before. Look what happened with Jeffrey Epstein. Don't be surprised if
he ends up offing himself. He's on suicide watch, from what I heard.
If he ends up
but they said he's not suicidal. But I could definitely, because that's what I'm saying. Epstein was finna take everybody down too.
Yeah. So either he gonna kill himself or they gonna kill him. One or the other. Don't be surprised. I mean, it's just for
that reason though.
Like,
for that exactly.
I don't even like to speak like, but they could possibly do him like Epstein. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
we've seen it before. Same stuff.
I think for that reason, though, he would, like, right now, if I'm Diddy, I'm sure he's found some way to get either his lawyers or some outside person to contact people and be like,
they're not stopping.
I'm not gonna say anything. Because he's
got. We know you're not, buddy.
Are gonna, you're sure not. You can't say anything if you're dead. But yes. Like, bro, I don't know if and that's the crazy thing about holding that many secrets. Because, like you said, when R. Kelly got caught, Diddy was probably like, shit. And now Diddy's caught. There's probably somebody even deeper than him that's probably like, shit.
But that's what I'm saying. People are trying to scrub their feet, remove any trace of Diddy, like clean up the timeline.
I had nothing to do. I was in there.
Bro, think about it, bro. Yo, like we was talking about Trump, bro. Don't be surprised, bro. Like if Trump was at one of them parties,
Trump was definitely at them
Diddy
parties.
The early 2000s. Yeah.
Trump was at them Diddy parties too.
You see his recent tweet. Trump was like, "Hey, if I don't win this, I'm not running again." After
he said he's
I'm starting to think he's kind of getting spooked by this whole Diddy stuff.
All those CEOs that were stepping down, like all the executives that were stepping down, Kevin Miles and three.
Nobody, he's not gonna stay alive. Like I don't. They're not gonna trust that he's not gonna say nothing or release anything. That's the
crazy thing. That is Diddy, because it's like Diddy is not one of those rappers where he was just a rapper or he was just like some street nigga. You know what I'm saying?
He was a real
mogul. Like you were saying, there's probably real CEOs from major companies at these freak offs. Thinking that they were well protected. You know what I'm saying? That they were never ever gonna get into no problems. Because the feds got his computers. Who knows what's on the computers? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And he seems like the kind of guy like to save things. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine, these industry people freaky as hell. Imagine going from Epstein Island right to a freak off.
Yeah, like
weird, bro.
It's
a hell of a weekend.
Labor
Day weekend, boy. We lit.
Went straight from Epstein Island to a freak off.
Call Epstein. Call Diddy. Call
R. Kelly.
Call Kells.
Call Bill Cosby. It's up.
Oh
It's
my
going
God.
down. Call the usual suspects. I want the full freak off.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
It's
freaky ass
sick.
people,
It's
bro.
sick. No,
Freaky
it
people,
really
man.
is. But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Diddy just got his time right now. You know, everyone gets exposed in every industry. We see it in Hollywood. We see it in film and music. Like,
But it's like,
it's his
why can't niggas
time.
just chill? Because like Don just said, you know, we seen it was what? It was well over, I think, 4 or 5 years ago now when R. Kelly got caught up. When Diddy seen that, why didn't he start to like, you know, like, all right, let me clear this shit out. Let me like let me start to slow this roll so that if things catch up at the very least, it does.
People feel
It
like
looks like
they
he was doing this shit up to
untouchable.
last week. Like it looked like
He
like
was.
the
Oh, you
nigga was
see,
doing something.
He was.
Like up to the
yeah,
last week, the nigga was still on it.
yeah, one
I
more
was
in him.
reading something that like Diddy was selling freak off videos on the dark web. I was
Yo,
reading
all
something.
that because even that thing about the dark web, people that most of the people that have the money and influence to put stuff on there are freaking celebrities, bro. Like rich people, celebrities that have. He probably was selling a lot of stuff on the dark web. Listen, man, all I hope is that whatever he did, especially if it was even if he was forcing people to do whatever, I hope they were all adults at the very least. I hope we don't hear nothing about him getting involved in no minors, but at this point, I'm like nothing's gonna shock me because it seems like he was doing everything. He might have been worse than Kels, is how I was looking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Worse than
think
Kels.
I think
Kels
he
was
was
actually
worse than
sick in the head.
Epstein. I think he was worse than Epstein, bro. Honestly,
Yo,
You think he's worse than Epstein?
like I think
Yeah,
he's worse than Epstein. Like, we'll see what everything all comes out at the end of the day, but I think he just might be worse than Epstein.
we'll see. All right, so we spoke on Diddy. We
You
gonna
heard
see what
about
happens.
before we jump off. Y'all heard
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
the book that supposedly Kim Porter wrote, or the
Oh yeah, I saw something about that. Like somebody wrote it for her.
Yeah.
Like,
somebody wrote it for her. It was
I'll be sure.
information.
Yeah, I'll be sure saying that like it's like Diddy's
Yep.
people that wrote it or something like that. Like
Diddy's people who wrote it? Nah, because it's like talking about the bad stuff about Diddy.
No,
Like,
no. Like he was
supposed
trying
to
to say that he's been trying to tell people this for years, and nobody was just like, because he's speaking about like what all the things that really happened, like concerning her death and stuff. Because apparently, like that she called 911 before she passed away, trying to say that Diddy was like he got her or like So
yeah, bro, it's crazy.
so this might be confirm people's conspiracy saying that Diddy killed Kim Porter.
He murdered
and it may be for real that Diddy put a hit out on Tupac. And
that one I 100% believe. I believe that 150%.
That's what I'm saying. This man's
crazy.
murdering. He's over here being freaky. He forcing people. He's human they need to just lock him up. He's been doing too much since the 90s. That's what I'm saying. Diddy's been a menace. He's been a menace, and he's only gotten progressively worse.
That explains the Shine situation. So Diddy definitely shot. It wasn't definitely wasn't Shine.
That's been said. Niggas been knew that. Ben knew that he did that. And even Shine said it up recently, like, yeah, nigga, I wasn't not me. I just took the L for it because, and again, he's probably
freak ass
and sometimes in life, maybe that was the better route. Right now, Shine is what the president of Belize or wherever he lives or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His outcome, I think that outcome for him is far better than what his outcome would have been just being another rapper under Bad Boy, which now is nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because even that. P. Diddy had all this influence even in rap that like, oh, I could make you a star. He had all these shows, B5 and making the band with the band and all these people. And that really amounted to nothing because none of them people that he's even nobody anymore. Like who his biggest star today is Biggie and he's dead.
That's what I was going to say. So I understand his money. Like, I guess it's probably just stuff that he built, like maybe like record labels and produces them. But when it comes to actual making stars, bro wasn't that great at making stars.
He wasn't really making no stars.
He wasn't good at making those stars.
He did not make no stars. He did not. And even the ones that under him that were really popular, I would say that was because they had showed the reality shows on MTV. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, he never made another rapper like Biggie. He never, you could technically say 50 Cent produced more successful artists than P. Diddy did. You know what I'm saying? So But yeah, man, the Chronicles continue. We're definitely
Plus,
gonna
50
continue
Cent,
talking.
50 Cent did everything better, okay? Shows better, okay?
Well, yeah, because Diddy ain't even a real. I mean, I guess he's a musician to some extent, but he's not even. I don't think he ever really claimed to be a rapper like that. I don't know, because I really can't even. I don't know. Because I don't really.
Well, now he's just gonna be recognized
Gonna
for
be
being
yeah.
freaky. He's
That's where
going
you
down
go.
in history as being freakiest man
Biggest
alive.
freak. But yeah, so before we get out of here, though, let's talk about K's new single. So I think like last time that we spoke to you, you were more so telling us that you were kind of more so on the manager side, or you were trying to like manage and do the, what made you kind of transition to be taking the music more seriously and like starting your own solo thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of got inspired and like I don't know. One day I was just kind of messing around in the studio and I actually just ended up recording. Like I put out my first song, Sideways back in like March or April or something. March something. But that was like my first song ever, like me actually getting in the studio and like professionally recording and everything. And since then it's just kind of, it's developed into something I really like, and I really like making music, and I enjoyed it from a manager side as well, and I still am on that side, but it's also like I'm applying everything that I know from being on that side and being within that space to now kind of helping myself with a newly found independent career. And I think just kind of being connected within the music industry and being on podcasts and like doing music and doing management and, doing creative directing, doing everything has kind of just helped in a way because I still have all these connections where I can still, work with these people now, but just in like a different capacity, now that I'm actually focusing on like myself rather than focusing on someone else.
Word.
So,
Yeah. Now look, it looked like he dropped, but definitely. I definitely been peeping, and I noticed, the change and how quick you caught on to just being an artist, like just
yeah.
pushing, dropping the singles. You can tell you got the management vibe because the way you dropping the singles, the way you're marketing, the way you dropping the videos, the promotion. You know what I'm saying? I think I had sent a message to you about a song, and I got back a message to go check the link out, and I'm like, I was like,
yeah. So it's like, because it's like I've been on the other side, so it's like, okay, now it's like everything that I would do in planning an artist rollout or how we prep or how we do this and what I was doing for other artists. It's like, okay, well, shit, now I gotta apply this to me. Damn, I need to make 30 pieces of content. Okay, I need to do this and this why these for my drop. I need to do this. I need to connect. I need to network with this. I need to pitch it here. I need to do this. So it's just like I know the steps. So now it's just like just holding myself accountable. But it works, like it really is all about, pushing yourself and putting yourself out there. And I know that just from any business standpoint or any like, music wise, whatever, it's like I know I gotta push myself out there. So even though I didn't really sign up in this to be a content creator, I really just want to make music and do that. But it's like it's really part of the game now in this industry, in this day and age.
Yeah, nowadays it's hand in hand.
You have to find a way to market yourself and be relatable and, get discovered on these platforms with all the, competition that you have with all these artists. It's like, what's going to make someone want to listen to your song above, 3 other 1,000 songs that they just found today on Spotify? Like,
yeah.
But
it's definitely a different game when it comes to music nowadays than it was before. You have to like really be creative when it comes to marketing your music and promoting your music. You know what I'm saying? Like just with content creation, like you said, you didn't sign up to be a content creator, but that's just the way it is now. You know what I'm saying? With content creation nowadays, you can get mad streams on your songs just by having it in one of your videos or something, one of the contents that you create. You know what I'm saying? Like just just having streams come in from Shazams and all that.
Yeah, and I saw that you edited your music video yourself.
Oh yeah, I
I
seen that.
did. You know, that's what I said. Content creator, video editor, manager. I don't know. It's I didn't sign up for any of this, but you know, it's cool though. I really love La Di Da Da. Like that video was a lot of fun to make. It was shot by Zoom Visuals, and I had already knew in my head that I wanted to edit the video. So I kind of just told him how I wanted my scenes set up, or I'm gonna do stuff like this. And you know, we just made it work. Like found like a B&B like in Fort Lauderdale, and then shot everything that same night. And I shot it in like reverse because like in the beginning it like starts off as like me kind of sick, and that's because I literally like when I recorded that song initially in the studio, I was really sick, but I still wanted to record. I was in a mood where I wanted to make music. So I was like, I'm still gonna make the song. I don't care if I'm sick. And so that's kind of how like my intro starts off. But yeah, I ended up just like doing that video, and I edited Feela's as well, the song that I dropped right before that one. I had a little bit more help, but this one was like fully like me. Like no hands out and help. Like Feela's I had a little bit of help with the VFX and stuff like that. And this time I was like, you know, I'm really gonna learn because it's like I don't know, I really like having creative control, I guess, in a way. And I was just like, I'm tired of working with editors because I've worked with video editors in the past before who just gave me back something that I was just like, this doesn't capture like me or my personality or how I wanted the song to be portrayed. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just do it myself. And it's like a learning process, but that's what I said. I love the whole music aspect and everything. You know, I love being able to, you know, shoot or have someone film me and then, you know, kind of take these clips and like bring it to life in a way that like reflects it. Cause I love how the video came out. It was
it's really
fun.
dope.
It was exactly
Looks very bright.
everything that I wanted to portray. So
Facts. That you gotta do it yourself sometimes. And
sometimes, most of the stuff when like for my music videos, like I've been editing myself, and it's just funner. You know what I'm saying? Like you edit yourself. You know what you like, what you don't like, how you want it. You know your vision. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you get all the tools you need. You know what I'm saying? Like CapCut gives you all the tools you need. Final Cut gives you all the tools you need. Like you could do it yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And just really bring your vision to life how you want it.
Right. And I saw the other day you performed. I don't know if it was last night or the night before, but you had like a live performance. What was that experience like? Like
it was last night actually. It was great. It was out in West Palm. It was cool. It was me, Kate, an artist named Kaden, Mari Montana, and Strona D for the lineup. It was like a pool festival kind of party thingy. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, I have performed elsewhere, but I hadn't performed back like, or I guess in my city in a while since like my first song that I dropped, Sideways. So like because I had performed at in Lake Worth at like Extravaganza or whatever, this like little club bar-ish area. But other than that, I've been in like Miami and like Fort Lauderdale doing like appearances and like shows and performances and stuff. So it's cool to do something in the city, like and actually like have friends and family and new people and people come out and support. So it was a lot of fun. I think the people was vibing with the songs and the music, so it was cool. It was a vibe. So
right. And so would you say that
more shows in the city?
for sure. And so and before obviously before we leave, just like real quick, who would you say, if anybody, like inspires you music wise? Like, do you ever, and nothing wrong with inspiration, not saying like biting, just literally inspiration, like who are some artists that you listen to that you're like, yeah, I definitely like their style?
I would say, well, at least like I've been listening to a whole lot of like Milwaukee beats and like trapper stuff. So like Certified Trapper, Baby Tron, like those are kind of like I see those like beats inspired like Detroit, Milwaukee, like I don't know, jerk beats too in a way. I don't know. Like I feel like I've been listening to stuff like that, which kind of inspired me to like put my own spin on a track like that. So I would say those inspired like my recent tracks. I would say a lot of people like to come in my comments every day and say that, oh my God, you sound like Caribou, you sound like Caribou.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that you got. But do you think you sound like Caribou? Like, do you think that you, or do you listen to her music?
I don't think I sound like her personally. I you know, as someone who has to review music and talk about music, I listen to hella underground artists. I discover a lot of these people. So when Caribou first came out, I heard of her when she first came out. I was really liking her stuff when she first came out. So I'd say I definitely, you know, in terms of like female rapper, I was listening to her for a fat minute, you know, before she even really started getting like more popular, you know, with Lil Yachty and everything like that. And like that got shot down. Like, I don't know how Homegirl can recover because, you know, Yachty put her on blast. But besides, and that, you know, and another reason that I don't want my name attached to that. No, I need my stuff to keep rising too. Like, I write.
But that's how I go. You know, everybody's always people are always gonna like compare people to other people and say you sound like so and so. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is.
Yeah, but like I would say, I don't know. I've heard some people say Lotto. I've heard some people say like I sound like Lakia. I've heard people say Anicia too, but she's also someone who works kind of closely with Caribou.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
That's it. So I don't know. I feel like there's not a whole lot of female rappers who make like similar stuff. Like I don't know. I don't be just trying to talk about my cat or whatever. Most of my lyrics really be about me getting money or like that. For the most part. So I feel like I'm trying to establish, like, also being a new
your
artist
own thing.
too. Like, I'm trying to establish more of my sound, and like eventually people be like, okay, that sounds like
your
Killer
sound.
K. You know,
and that's good. At least you was honest. Some people would be like, I don't sound like nobody. I got my own sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least you was like honest about who people say you sound like, and you know who your influences are. So that's good. Because I feel like everybody is influenced by somebody. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not exactly sounding like them, we're all influenced by somebody. You know what I'm saying? This is how it goes. But yeah, man. So everybody, I don't know, Don, if you have anything else that you want to touch on, or Kay, if you want anything you want to touch on or promote, or you want to let everybody know where they could get your info and your music at and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can find all my music, all platforms. You feel me? I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Apple Music, I'm on Pandora, I'm on Amazon Music, I'm on Tidal, I'm on whatever y'all on. You feel me? So just you can find it anywhere. Killer Cash Music with a K. Everyone keeps calling me Killer Cash. That's not my name, okay? It's Killer K.
What do you want them to call you? Just Killer K?
It's Killer K. Okay, I know it says Killer Cash Music in all of my socials, but Killer K was taken, okay? That's very common, you know, very, very. So I was like, you know, Killer K, K stand for cash, but like, it's Killer K. It's not Killer Cash. It's Killer K, but you can find me everywhere. Killer Cash Music, Cash with a K.
Yes. Yeah. And the single you got right now is called La Di Da. How do you say it? La Di Da.
Single out now. La Di Da Di Da. La Di Da Di Da.
So y'all check out Killer K's single La Di Da Di Da.
Killer K. La Di Da Di Da.
Facts.
And check out the video on YouTube. Okay, I spent time, my blood, sweat, and tears into that video. So please watch it.
Facts.
That's dope.
All right. And Don, you got anything?
No, I'm good, man. You know, keep tuning in. Y'all make sure you guys tune into Killer K's music.
Yep.
Some bangers coming out. We got some.
We're
back on it, so we got some.
We're back on it more regularly. Yeah.
Tune into the podcast. Yes. Just
and
just
thank you to
tuning in,
Killer K.
supporting
Thank
as
you
y'all do. Appreciate everybody
for
yes,
thanks. Shout out to Killer
coming
K
up.
for coming back in and hanging out with us and talking with us for an hour and a half. I'm sorry I didn't make it shorter, but you know, we ran over.
Y'all gotta say thank you again. I'm trying to record.
Okay, thank you to Killer K. We
Oh,
appreciate you
word.
for pulling up. Thank you so much for coming back with us on the podcast and talking with us. We definitely had a good time, and we hope that we get to have you with us again. So, shout out to everybody that was in the. Okay, I see you got it. So shout out to everybody that, of course, everybody that was in the chat. Shout out to Rachel. Shout out to Leger. Shout out to Holistic. Shout out to I think Shakira. I know Shakira was saying some stuff earlier too. I think that was everybody that commented. Everybody that didn't comment that was watching, stay locked in. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace out, everybody. Later.